Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going through and doing a quick tour of our storage unit. This is something that I've been waiting to do for a little while now, and I'm very excited to show you guys because we finally kind of got it set up just the way we like it. And I want to walk you guys through exactly how we've organized it here, how large the unit is, how we store everything efficiently so we can pull it all when we sell it. And yeah, it's just going to give you kind of an inside look as to how we run things here, how this has changed our store and allowed us to grow it way bigger. So this is a good look at the unit, guys. And this is actually a 10 by 15 unit. So it's 10 feet wide by 15 feet long. We have plans to add more shelves. So you'll see here we have kind of 4 rows of shelves. There's 2 and 2 here in the middle. And we want to bring these out even further. So we have plans to add, but for right now, we're sticking with this because it's working well. But if we start over here on the right side, very basic, we have our receiving shelf, which is important because any new items that we get here, we like to drop them off right here. And that way, Araval and I can access whatever we need, and we can pull all the items from here and then bring them home and list them or whatever. But the idea is that they're all accessible and visible on this shelf right here. At the bottom, we've got some bubble wrap and some storage for non-working or random items that we're not going to list. But yeah, it's a very helpful thing to have there as a receiving shelf. Moving on to the side of it, we've got some random items that are listed up top, but mainly where we store our books and CDs and some bigger box sets. This is sort of just a shelf. We got this for free actually on the side of the road. And yeah, it's a nice size. It's good for storing this kind of stuff. And it's all very easily accessible and you can see it all, which makes this one easy. Definitely not full yet or efficiently kind of organized, but for now it's doing a trick. Moving on next here, guys, we have our first of the electronic shelves. Now this one at the bottom, we store all of our phones in these bins and they're all labeled in plastic bags. Moving up, we've got some of our larger electronics, VHS players, some different, I guess this is a cassette deck, and we've got some other things. Up here, we've got a couple video game consoles. We've got some in-box ones here, and some of these are just some lots that we've made up. Above that, some more phones and smaller electronics. And then we get into some media, some sealed new media. And at the top here, we've got some extra supplies as well as some other random items. This last shelf here is a mix of electronics and new toys. We've got a couple random new things up here, but mainly our Lego, our die-cast cars. We've got some other things here, a bunch more electronics, some more Lego down here, and Playmobil, things like that. We've got more different electronics, a little bit of space here, some radios that we've been selling well. We've got more electronics down here, speakers, Wii consoles, some Xboxes. This stuff could still be organized a little bit better, but it's a good start. Down here, some larger games and toys. We've got some Hot Wheels sets as well as a racetrack and another electronic. Back here in this corner is where most of the video games stuff is stored. So the consoles and accessories, we've got some Wii Fit boards. We've got a bunch of consoles in all of these bags here. So all the bags here are numbered and they all have console bundles in them, as well as this, which is full of console accessories that we can use to make bundles. For right now, this area is kind of dead space. We're going to add some more shelves, like I said, going out here. But for right now, it's got basically a ton of shipping supplies. So these are all boxes that we get from eBay. We've got poly mailers and envelopes and everything that we could use, as well as some toys here that are, I think, listed. And yeah, just random stuff, but this is all shipping material. Moving along, we get to the end here where we have these drawers. Now these store all of our loose discs. So all of our loose games are in here. We can open them up. Araval has gone through and organized them all. So they all have numbers or letters, I should say. And we can pull the games accordingly that we need to get from there. So we've got that on that side. And as well, it comes over to this side. And it kind of continues, and we've got all sorts of games stored in there. Shoes are a little inaccessible at the moment, but they're in this end thing. We've got a couple different pairs right now, but we don't have too many shoes at any given moment. But for the ones that we have, we store them here. Some larger items are up here too, like this drum set, and we've got our PS1 games all stored in this nice handy rack, as well as some boxes we were using. Also just random things like over here, we've got a U-line box full of some bubble mailers that we can grab if we need them. Okay, so moving on to the exciting side, this is all of the video games and sort of the media stuff. So our first shelf here is full of some DVDs. We have a wheel up there as well, but it's all DVDs and Blu-rays, and they're all organized alphabetically as best as we could. And this is where we pull them all from, and we have lots more to add to this, but for right now, this is pretty full, and this is where we're storing them all. Moving on, a lot of people ask me where I got these red shelves from that we store all the video games on, and I actually built these. I went to Home Depot and bought some wood, and I painted it all up, and we made these shelves to perfectly fit all of our games. We're thinking about adding a third one here, and then moving this guy somewhere else to really maximize the amount of games we can store. But these are all games that are organized by SKUs, and we can pull them on eBay. It tells us exactly where they are. They go all the way down to the ground, which is very handy. We just started adding stacks up here that will be added next week just to kind of maximize the space. And it goes all the way back to here with even more games. So there's quite a few games stored there, but even that's not the majority of them. This is probably 500 to 1,000 of the 4,000, 5,000 games we have in the store. That brings us onto this wall, which is where we have more boxes. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, I have a lot of inventory and boxes stored over in my office as well. So we have about half of the games that are in boxes there, and the other half are here, So we've got a lot of good boxes here, all full to the brim of games. Some of them are empty. We should go and list some more to them, but for the most part, they're pretty well full, and we go through these probably every couple months and pull out the empty ones and consolidate them. But yeah, we switched recently from the box system to the open shelf system just because, especially with like the light back here and stuff, it's just easier to not have to lift boxes out and try to pull things. We can just see everything and grab games, and we still organize them. You know, we have like 50 in a shelf or 60 in a shelf, and that still allows us to have a little bit. So if we have a custom SKU, we can still find stuff without having to go through a whole ton. But this system seems to work well, and we like it. So we're going to go ahead and add to the system, add some more shelves. And I think it's going to work out really well. Back in this corner are all big boxes that we store. We have a whole bunch of different sizes here that we can use, and that's basically what's there. Not the best use of space, but again, we're still kind of growing this all out. And with that all said, guys, that's pretty much it. That's what we were able to fit in here. It's a pretty concise, consolidated sort of inventory system, but we like it. It definitely allowed us to have way more space and just sort of allowed us to clean up our spaces in our offices and gave us some places to store the things that haven't sold yet. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this quick little tour of our inventory system, our storage unit. I just want to share that with everybody in case you guys were wondering about it. And with that all said, I guess I'll see you guys all in the next video when we're back to listing some more stuff. This is where we take it all though, once it's listed. So, and we pull from here as well. That's what I'm doing today. I had to go pull some sales, so I'll leave you guys there. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below your questions or concerns or whatever you might have to say about this. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll see you guys all next time.